What's good with you? I'm going to show you guys how to mix your beats
like a pro.
Let's get right into it. So the first thing that I like to do is start off in the section where all of the instruments are kind of going on, like the chorus or something like that. Okay, so as you can see, everything is kind of centered out. There's no blend between the instruments, and we're going to try to get our master output sitting at a decent level, peak level. And you can see where we're sitting at right now. So like 8.6, peaking at 6.9, that's more than enough headroom. So now what I'm gonna do is put this limiter on here. We're gonna start with the God particle first. I'm gonna start this off at 5 dB. Now we can start to mix into this plugin. So what I'm gonna do now is start off with getting a good blend with just the drums. So I'm pretty much going to lead this beat with the kick. So you notice that this got more love, and I started to turn down the hi-hats because I really want you to feel that kick in your chest. So I'm going to do now is start with some EQ, and I'm going to reach for the Pro EQ 3, and I'm basically going to roll off all of the areas that we don't need. Turn this to like a 36 octave. So I'm gonna add more emphasis on the beater. So now I'm gonna add some Logic stock EQ to this kick drum because I like how transparent it is on the beater side. Let's do that right now. Yeah, so now that kick is like real punchy and pointy. It's gonna definitely cut through the mix as we add more instruments in. If you guys are getting value out of this video, don't forget to smash the like button for your boys, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and turn on bell notifications,
especially if you're a Logic Pro user.
What I'm doing right here is I got this band and I made it dynamic, which is a really dope feature in the Pro Q3. And this allows us to turn down this band dynamically, almost acting like a compressor. And now that we have that, we're going to apply that to all the rest of the hi-hats. All right, so now that we have that, let's try to find the money spot for the kick drum and the 808 where they're not fighting each other, and then blend in the rest of the instruments. Okay, so around this 96 hertz, that's telling us that's where this kick drum is peaking. So what we're going to do to the 808 is we're going to come over here to 96 hertz and just bring that down just a pinch, shorten this band Q, and then just bring this on down just a little bit, about like a dB. All right, now we're catching a vibe, and all we've done so far is done some EQ and just leveling. Now let's go deeper. We're gonna do some processing on the drum bus as a whole. All right, so that's sitting in a really good spot. Now let's embellish the drums. So I'm going to come over here to waves, and then we're going to pull up the SSL comp. Okay, now we're going to add some color to the drums, and this is the Oxford Inflator. This is a plugin that no one wants you to know about. And this is on the subtle side, so you can see how it's starting to bring the drums more up to your face. Okay, now we're going to add some more color, and you can do this in Logic. So we're going to come down here to Distortion, then we're going to come over here to Bit Crusher. All right, bit by bit, it's starting to get crazier and crazier. Let's see what this sounds like before and after. It just gives it a crazy knock and it just feels tighter. All right, now let's mix the rest of these instruments. Cool. Now after that, I'm going to add some RC20 to this. All right, now it kind of has more of a wobbly lo-fi kind of feel, which is nice. And then we're going to pull up CLA guitars. I'm going to EQ this. This is going to give us room for the 808. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is add some compression to this, and I'm just going to use the CLA 2A. Then I'm going to make this cut a little bit more by adding some vitamin to this. Now let's put some additional processing on the master fader. All right, now we're going to add some compression. And what we're going to do is put this in mastering mode. And now the goal is for this to not go above 4 dB of compression. Now we're going to add some enhancements, EQ on the master bus, but we're going to use the God particle for the rest of this. Cool, and Now we're going to check our loudness. I want to hit somewhere between -9 and -10. So I'm going to come down here to WLM plus, and here is where we're going to check our loudness. That's somewhere around the ballpark where I try to hit at. If you guys want to know how I made this beat and how you can do the same thing by using stock plugins in Logic Pro, check out these videos right over here.